Alright guys, welcome back to the shop. It is a rainy Monday afternoon. Got a lot of work done yesterday, but I didn't video it because I wanted to get some stuff done. Got a lot to do that I meant to get done, and I didn't get it done. So we'll start from right here. Got the brake lines hooked back up to the proportion valve. That was a giant royal pain in the butt. It took me over an hour to get these two lines hooked back up. I ended up having to take everything kind of loose, took the shroud back off, took the fan off, anything to get some room down there. Ended up getting under it and had to come back up top and all that. So, but it's on there. And this is not the master cylinder I'm going to put on here. I just got it right now just to hold these in place. And of course I had some issues remembering where this clamp bolted back. I thought it was up here on the top, so I actually bolted in both of these holes. But then I got looking at my dually and it's on the side, and that works a whole lot better on the side because you got room in this area. Now I've got the return hooked up, but I never could quite get this pressure hose to start threading in, and it's rounded off, so I think I'm just going to replace that hose, and hopefully the new hose won't give me no issue. Now, this is the first design hose. The second design kind of comes up and straight in. I'm thinking I'm going to go back with this design though, because it's kind of low and out of the way. Also got the AC hose hooked up, and got the radiator hoses hooked up. The AC suction line comes over and hooks into the dryer, and the pressure line comes over to the condenser. And all I like is the line that goes from here to here, and I've actually got two different lines, but I'm thinking I'm gonna have to wait till I get my inner fenders on to see how those are going to work. And so yeah, I got my fuel line rammed. I've got to get some more clamps. I run out of clamps. You can't see it under this thing here, but I end up getting another steel 3/8 brake line and kind of went ahead and bubble flared the end and bent it a little bit and just tied it into the steel line coming up. And like I said, I didn't have enough small clamps, so I didn't quite get there. So everything on the coolant side is hooked up. Upper radiator hose, lower radiator hose. And I put AC Delco hoses back on here, and I sure am glad, because that hose just slid on just like it was made for it. Normally the water pump is a little bit bigger than the radiator. Don't know if y'all can really tell, but the radiator end's a little smaller than the water pump end, and if you go buy a cheap hose, you end up with a hose with the same diameter. Why ain't this thing focusing? The same diameter hose on each end, and it is pure hell to get over that water pump. But the AC Delco fit like a glove, didn't even have to trim it. Neither one. So worth the extra few bucks to get the AC Delco from Rock Auto. I still like to put my little vacuum reservoir on it. It's going to go right in this area. You can see the holes for it right there and right there. So it sticks over in there in that little corner. I don't know exactly where my bolts are to it. I did not get my starter installed. I'm going to try to get that today. I did not get the steering column in because the plate that goes on the inside, the one that was on this column, had a hole in it. I'll show you. I didn't think I was going to have to paint them because they was already kind of dark. But somebody cut a hole in this one and went through the rubber. And I think I got the rubber right here. And just destroyed this gasket. So the column I took out had a good gasket, but the cover wasn't painted. I had sandblasted, never painted. So I put some primer on it yesterday, just sprayed a coat of black on it. I'll get in here and show you what I'm talking about. Got my door covered up, keep overspray off. So here's the cover that goes on the inside for the steering column. And tomorrow it'll be dry. Hopefully we can get it installed tomorrow. So I also got the gas tank hoses on and installed. So turned out pretty good. Them hoses there came from LMC truck and they fit real well. So I'm happy with that. Got my ground wire all connected up from my sending unit. And I still got to put the locking chrome strip into this gasket. And I think I might try that today if I have time. And I do want to get that starter installed. And let's see. Oh, here's the, since y'all couldn't see the other day, but here's the new pedal pads. And I got the boot screwed down yesterday, so that turned out pretty good. So coming together slowly but surely. I wished I had the windshield in. If I had the windshield in, boy, I'd be almost halfway there. The windshield and the doors mounted where I could get my windows in. Still like a good bit. I still got to reupholster the seat and all that stuff, but it's coming. It is coming. And I'm gonna be on vacation in a couple of weeks for a whole week, so won't nothing get done. So what I was planning on doing is trying my best to get this thing ready to crank before I go on vacation. So I guess the next thing I'm gonna do is see if I can get this shield mounted. I'm hoping this is the right shield. I found this out at the house and it's already black, looks like it's factory black. So the other shield that came off this truck, I don't even know what happened to it. It's here somewhere, but it needed cleaning and painting. So I'm gonna try this one. If this don't work, we'll go find the other shield. I'm going to crawl on this motor. This goes between the motor and the bell housing and the motor underneath. Covers up the flywheel. Starter goes in that hole. Alright guys, I got the plate on. I found the old plate, compared it with, and this plate was in a lot better shape. There was one broke off bolt in the bell housing, and you got to remove the oil filter to get one of the bolts. So it's 4 bolts holds it in. I got 2 out of 4. When I replace the oil filter, if I remembered, I'll get the other one. And I also went ahead and hooked up the transfer case linkage while I was under there. Still got to fill the transfer case, but probably going to do, it's almost 6 o'clock, so I'm not going to have time to do much more this evening. But tomorrow we'll try to get the starter installed and the transfer case filled up, and we'll see what we can get going. I'm waiting on the rear brake line. I've got to replace the rear brake line. I don't have anything to get the steel lines loose. They're stuck, and I got to get a little pipe wrench, and that's out the other shop. So I meant to do that today and forgot it. But as soon as I get the rear brake line hooked up, we'll go ahead and bench bleed the master cylinder and get it installed and go from there. So until then guys, thanks for watching. Please rate, comment, subscribe if you haven't.